Hey guys, my name is Rick from Houston, Texas, and I wanted to leave a really quick review regarding the Igloo IMX25 quart cooler. I tried looking on YouTube and I didn't really see a whole lot for this cooler, and I was a little surprised given just the popularity of Igloo, I guess one, but two, just out there in terms of reviews of other coolers. I think this is relatively their new, or one of their new high performance roto-molded coolers. I had an interest in it in general just because it's a little bit bigger than some of the smaller soft side coolers, but yet I wanted some of the performance from the hard side coolers. So I felt like it was a good thing to look at, especially since there's other coolers out there, the roadies and the 20 quart hard side coolers. So I kind of wanted to see how this compared. So I got this on the Memorial Day sale, so not too long ago, and I got it for after the 25 or 30% off coupon from Igloo, or sale, I'm sorry. I got it for about $79.99 tax, and then plus tax, and then of course there was free shipping because of the holiday. So all in all, not too bad. I think it retails at about $99. And so either way, I'm going to put the results of my test up front because I know a lot of you don't want to hear a really long drawn out video. You're just kind of like, hey, tell me what you got and how many days I lasted. And so Igloo does say there's a 4-day ice retention rating. That's actually on the label of the cooler, and I left it here so everybody can see that. They do hold up to the 4 days. So my experience with this cooler, and I'll go into the pre-chill and the test setup a little bit later. I did get 4.5 days, and here in Houston, I believe today is June 12th, is today's date. The past 3 or 4 days here in Houston has been pretty warm. All the 4.5 days, this cooler was outside in the bed of my truck, and it was exposed to direct sunlight. All those temperatures, those days were at least 94 degrees. There was, one whole day where it was about 99 degrees outside, and I think this past Sunday, it was about 97 degrees outside. Now, you're probably seeing here the thermometer setup. I just got that off of Amazon, but I had basically this wired thermocouple, for lack of better words, recording the air temp inside the cooler, and then of course this gizmo on the right gives you the basic information: time. It'll record the min-max temperature, the temperature outside of the cooler, assuming you left it outside, and then the temperature inside. So for what I did, even before I started this 4.5 day test, is I threw 20 pounds of ice inside the cooler, and as you can see here, there's kind of a recess in the lid, and I imagine that's there to hold taller products in the cooler. But I was able to fill it with 20 pounds of ice, so it's more or less around here, and then I was able to kind of wedge this Engel freezer pack kind of somewhere up here. So I think all in all, I got a pretty good pre-chill. I know a lot of you guys may or may not pre-chill. I understand that's good for ice, but reality of that is sometimes not practical. But either way, I got 4.5 days pre-chilled in the cooler for 24 hours, and then immediately, obviously, putting new fresh ice. I left about 2 drinks in there, and I just let it go. And like I said, it was in the bed of my truck, black color liner, obviously. I had my cover open, so it got direct sunlight, and it just stayed out there for 4.5 days. And what I recorded, so again, that display monitor just being right there next to the cooler, it recorded a maximum temperature of 121 degrees F outside, and that's again right near the cooler. And the coldest it got inside the cooler again with 20 pounds of ice, no ice pack, because the ice pack was only for the pre-chill. The coldest it got down to was about 34 degrees Fahrenheit, so pretty cold. My general observations going through, the days, obviously day one, you didn't even notice. Day two, it slowly started kind of going down. Day three, there was probably a decent amount of water in the cooler, but still, big chunks of ice, and still kept the temperature down. I did open the lid every day, so folks know, 3 to 4 times a day. It just depended. I did it on the weekend so I could give it a little bit more time. I left the lid open, for a couple seconds, and then closed it. And of course, the temperature readout, you would see, obviously spike up and then come right back down. No surprise there. But yeah, this morning, it's Tuesday morning, or Tuesday afternoon now, but this morning I ran out of ice, walked out to the truck during my lunch break, and go figure, there's no ice. Going to work today, I already knew that there was kind of, little to no ice left, so I knew it wasn't going to get to noon, but I still left it in there. Today's still a pretty warm day. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's 4.5 days. Igloo said 4 days. I got 4.5. Direct sunlight, and I left it out there in my truck bed. No doubt about that. And so just, for folks that do want to stick around, just to give folks an idea. So, one thing, my hesitation with Igloo coolers has always been, the insulation, thick walls, quality, stuff like that. But again, here, just kind of looking at the walls, you can tell, it's pretty solid. You can definitely tell, they packed it with insulation, and, obviously the lid too, is a decent amount. But just kind of looking at this cooler at a glance, it still has the latch levers. Just like the typical other coolers, it does have a slot here for you can put a padlock. If you need to lock up your cooler, keep unwanted people out, you certainly can. This cup holder here, it will fit a regular aluminum can, but it will not, at least with the brands that I own, have any kind of low ball coolers, the stainless steel thermos around the can. It will not fit here for sure. You do have, I guess, a ruler of some type, fish ruler or anything else, with the little thing here that, scales approximate. It does have kind of 4 a raised cooler design, so you will see that, the contact on the bottom, it's elevated, kind of lets that air flow, and it doesn't allow the hot, ground to kind of, hot temperatures rise. The handle, pretty solid handle, locks it kind of into place. I'll be honest with you, for me, and my stature, I guess, and dimensions, it felt okay carting this thing around. I think having kind of this uniform, longer handle was easier for me to carry. I believe it's Orca. I think the Orca 20 and maybe the Yeti 20 has a slightly different handle design. I didn't necessarily like it, but for this cooler, I'd have to check the dimensions and all that. But I felt like it was just easier to cart around. Drain plug really quick. Igloo's, I think, incorporated this new kind of drain plug design, especially even on the Trailmate series. But I like it. It's tethered to the cooler. You're not going to lose it. Kind of this rubbery grip on it, so it's really easy. It is quite a few turns, but I just drained this cooler just a few minutes ago before the video, and it, believe it or not, drained pretty quick. I guess let me open this cooler, point out a few more things. So it does have a gasket seal. It's all there. Not a lot of information on it, but it's very, very similar to the other coolers that are on the market. The cooler did its job. I was pretty impressed. Could you have gotten maybe higher performance with dual seals or a different type of seal, or if Igloo would have chosen to maybe put more insulation here instead of kind of the opening? Maybe. Who knows? But I think the intent here was just to kind of make sure taller bottles fit. Sorry about that, guys. So I wanted to come by while I was talking about the lid here, just to give you an idea of the types of drinks that will fit in here. Bottled water, at least vertically, no problem. That's, you know, half gallon of milk, no problem. You know, that's a 2-liter Coke, no problem. Looked like the bottle of wine, no problem. And so there was a light contact on I think one of these here. So actually I take it back. I'll have to look at which one is actually causing the problem. So there, it looks like the 2-liter bottle was actually the culprit here. So you could probably play games with, you know, but yeah, actually it looks like the 2-quart is it. But it looks like the bottle of wine with everything else fits just fine. And I'll prove it by doing this. Not that you're gonna, you know, make your wine ice cold, but if you did want to chill it, it could. The other thing I wanted to just kind of mention, and I don't have it here, is this cooler actually came with a food basket. So, you know, usually you have to purchase it as an additional accessory or something like that. Here you did not. It actually came with it. So I thought that was pretty neat. All in all, this cooler weighs about 16 pounds. It's right on target with the other products of similar nature. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to be keeping it. And I just wanted to pass that along to you guys. Leave me some comments. Be easy. This is my first YouTube video. I'm sure I left out some information, but if you guys have any questions at all, let me know. I'll try to help you out. I'll try to leave the link of the product and the other information with it. Thanks. Take it easy, guys. Bye.